Today we're going to talk about some new tech stories, the news in the tech space, something interesting that has happened this week in the tech space. And I'm going to put my little angles on it, I'm going to present it to you. You're going to learn something today, and we're going to have some fun as well, right? I got 3 stories today, and we're going to start with the first one. Okay, so a new phone from Nothing. It's called the Nothing Phone 2A, similar to how Google Pixel does it with the A series of phones, which have been quite popular. The A series is really the all-time hitter from them, at least in America. And they're going to walk in the footsteps of Google by doing an actually cheaper model, budget-friendly type thing. And I think it is going to skyrocket. Here's a prediction. I think it's going to skyrocket in markets like India and such, because that's where they really like those cheaper phones, in the cheaper segments. Personally, I'm not excited about it that much, not directly at least, because I like flagship phones. That's what gets my biscuits buttered. But I do think there's something positive to maybe coming from this. If they start making A series on a regular, then they can sort of saturate that budget space, leaving room for their flagships to become even more flagshipy, right? And really compete with the likes of Pixel and iPhone, and not Samsung, because Samsung is stupid and ugly, okay? But yeah, it's a new design, slightly different, camera in the middle, still 2 cameras, but a different design. I do think it's kind of nice. Before it was, you could easily sort of roast it a little bit and say because it looks like an iPhone. Now it's a little bit more unique. Actually, yeah, it has it's not like it's never seen before with the camera placement, but in line with the other aspects of the design, it does look nice. And they've now also made a more minimal version of the Glyph interface, which is Nothing's Lights system, which makes them unique in the market with that feature, even though it might be kind of gimmicky, but it's something to recognize and buy anyways, and it's very powerful in terms of marketing. But anyway, I do like the design, actually. I do like the design. New camera. So it's going to be interesting to see. But let's not talk about Nothing Phone 2A anymore. The motherfucker's not even out yet, right? So we're not going to be here and just dissecting literal rumors of a phone into the depths of hells, all right? I don't do that, unless you do. All right, so next story, Apple Vision Pro. Now the Vision Pro, the headset, the VR headset, it's been out now for a little bit more than a month. People have tested it. People have put their opinion out. Mixed opinions, positive but reserved. People not too excited. People need that killer app, right? Which we don't really have. It's kind of like the consensus I'm feeling is that it is the most impressive thing and the most useful and fun and satisfying thing to do on it is to watch movies, and specifically 3D movies in huge screens, maybe in an environment or whatever, and stuff like that is cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's also you can't really call that a killer feature. Watching stuff, we always watching shit. I will say it took an impressively short amount of time before people just accepted it. Socially accepted. People literally walking around on the street and driving around or whatever with the Vision Pro, sitting on a tram and stuff like that. I mean, you have to respect Apple when something like that happens. They just have an ability there that is quite unique. Even if you hate Apple, you have to give them that. God damn, they got that shit locked in, dude. All right, the marketing and the social accepting thing. All right, like we all know that you'll damn near get knocked the fuck out if you were ever to just dare walk a few steps outside in public with the Octopus, the Oculus, the sock headset, right? The plastic headset with people would violate you. And now I'm not saying that I would be the one who would violate somebody who did that, but I'm also not denying it. But anyways, impressive with the social stigma removal Apple does to tech areas. Just similar to the Apple Watch. You were a nerd if you had an Apple smartwatch before the Apple Watch. Now it's cool, right? In rough terms. Still some people out there that have their opinions or whatever. Not, And then the same with AirPods. When they came out, people were like, hey, that looks cringe. But everybody is wearing them motherfuckers every day right now. Or today. Today. But yeah, speaking on how it still needs a killer app and it's kind of a little bit lackluster, you're going to remember it's Generation 1. First product is US only and is very expensive. So, like others have said, it's almost like it's not really made for the masses. It's really mostly just made for developers to start making some shit happen. And then in a few years' time, however long it's going to be before they're going to release a generation 2, people are going to jump on that motherfucker like a junkie at a bakery thinking the flour is cocaine.
I didn't realize at the time, but I think he was using cocaine because it was like there was a jar of cocaine out on the table. I got a jar.
People are going to eat that shit up, basically. Actually, mark my words, another prediction here. I predict that in 10 years' time, everyone is going to be walking around with a future version, let's say Vision 10 Pro, much slimmer. Everybody's going to be wearing that motherfucker every single day. And they're going to use it in the same amount of time that they used to use their iPhones, all right? And Pokemon Go is finally going to live up to the original trailer. If you know, you know. So epic. What an epic future. Also, suicide rates and loneliness and depression and incels are also going to be adjectives to the majority of people in that same future. But that's no problem. You just have to buy an Apple Vision Pro, 1-bedroom apartment, and get on some government financial assistance, all right? And just rot away in your own loneliness. Obviously, you could also buy some Apple stock instead. Start going to the gym every single day, making something special of yourself, working hard, getting ambitious, socializing, networking, and just getting out there and be one of the strong men coming out of these tough times. Again, creating easy times and good times again. Your choice. Before the last story, I want to just have 2 quick mentions of 2 topics that weren't important enough or interesting enough to make a whole topic on, but I just want to mention real quick. Am I the only one who is, well, first of all, excited that the Putin interview just happened because of X, formerly known as Twitter, because of the free speech mission that Elon Musk has set himself on? Highly respect that. That's exciting. However, I do not like to use X in actuality that much because there's so many bots, and it's weird because that's one of the things he set out to try to fix in the first place. There's still just bots everywhere. Like, I don't post much on X. When I do, the only times anything ever reacts or whatever interacts with anything I post or comment or whatever is always a bot. It's always some hot chick that has an OnlyFans link to the fake fucking website that scams you and takes you all your money, right? And I'm not, complaining that I don't have any clout. I'm just saying that's a sign to me. And another thing is, whenever now X is is changing a lot with the monetary systems and stuff like that, and they've now made monetary incentive for high interaction and high view counts on comments on posts, so people can make money from commenting on other posts, right? And that just leads to people just spamming shit in comments, just unrelated videos and posts and things and pictures on the post that I watch, and then I want to go to the comments and see some people actually talking about the actual post, but then it's just spam full of things that are unrelated. Am I the only one? That's annoying, at least, right? Hope it gets fixed soon. On to the next topic. And this is also about Apple. And we're talking about the Apple car this time. Let's go. So news just came out that Apple actually canceled their decade-long and billions of dollar costly mission and operation and program to try to create a presumably self-driving car to compete with Tesla. Damn, they actually seem to have given up, which is kind of wild. It's both a little win for Tesla, because I do think Tesla is a much more ethical and inspiring company than Apple. Apple just seems to be just fucking over everyone and just trying their absolute hardest to not be regulated and get around and just play dirty. They're playing dirty, man, and it's just not epic. Whereas Tesla is a company known for releasing their patents and stuff like that whenever they have had a long enough time to get the most out of it. And it's just a giving company in many ways. That's the vibe I'm getting, at least, right? So, but it's also kind of sad because then we might never actually get to see an Apple car. And I would have wanted to, let's not lie, we want to see an Apple car. It would be kind of fun to see what they would do, what they would pull off, right? Apple is, however, continuing their CarPlay sort of partnership with different car manufacturers now. So we're probably going to see some car manufacturers just giving up on making software themselves and just, saying, okay, Apple, just do it for us. Okay, I'm just going to lay here, you be on top, Apple, And then they are going to really set their foot in the automotive industry with the software. And here's another prediction. I believe that once cars start to drive themselves self-driving, they're basically going to become, moving entertainment hot houses, hot boxes, right? With surround sound and just who can make the most epic entertainment system in a car. Because now you're not going to go in a car to drive somewhere and sit and be bored. You're going in a car to be driven somewhere. We all have personal drivers, which is just a car now. And what we want to do is we want to have the most painless experience driving in that car, meaning we want to just watch epic movies and stuff like that on our way to the government assistance monetary solution system to apply for assistance so we can buy our 1-bedroom apartment and our Apple Vision Pro and just fucking But yeah, so that's another prediction. Let's see if it pans out and if it happens, if it actually is going to happen. It's going to be kind of interesting to see. I like to make predictions sometimes. I just do it for myself and then I laugh inside my own head when it happens. But yeah, as we know, Apple is already in the entertainment industry with Apple TV Plus. And well, also one thing I didn't mention before is that the CarPlay integration in the car is going to probably run the whole software, the whole speedometer and everything included. So it's going to be the central software solution for some car manufacturers. We haven't actually seen any one of them being fully released yet. We've just seen concepts and teasers and stuff like that. I do think it's going to happen. I do think they are really doing a lot to make it happen, Apple, because they want a bite of that cake. All right, that was today's news. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, you are never going to get rich if you keep buying stupid shit with the money you make from sweating at Walmart for 12 hours a day. You need to take the money you make there, you're working hard to make, invest the money, all right? I don't know how to invest. Well, figure it out, right? It's not that complicated. Buy some ETFs or buy some Apple stock, all right? Apropos type shit, like I said earlier, right? And then proceed to wait and see and do smart investment and do this and that with the money you worked hard for, and then wait for that money to create money. And then use that money to buy your stupid shit. Because then if you think about it, it was kind of free because you didn't spend any time on acquiring that money. I'm yapping. Bye. I hope you enjoyed the tech news. Have a good day.